One of my favorite people in American history, world history, is Helen Keller. Helen Keller was born a normal child in Tuscumbia, Alabama. She was under 2 years old when she came down with a fever, which as a result of surviving the fever, she lost her hearing and her sight and wasn't able to speak for a long time. She eventually learned how to speak, but without your hearing, it's still hard to speak very well, but she did try. But her hearing and her eyesight were gone, and she couldn't communicate. The parents could tell they were a wealthy family or a well-off family, and they went to the Perkins Institute for the Blind in Boston, and a teacher, Annie Sullivan, was assigned to come down and to try to educate her. And we all know the story of the miracle worker, how she came down and finally got Helen to realize that the things that she was tapping into her hand were water when she started pumping the well water into her hand. And that broke open a new world for young Helen, and this mind that had been shut for some time, unable to communicate, just flowered. And she eventually learned to write, among other things. People are surprised when I show them an early letter of Helen Keller, because when the Braille typewriter came into use around the early 1900s, all of her letters are then typed. She would sign them, but they were typed. The earlier letters, though, when she was quite young, are handwritten, like this one I hold in my hand, and they're quite rare. This is to a friend, someone that was quite famous in early life, Mr. Ignagnos, who actually helped her along the path for some time. There later was a falling out, and their friendship ended. But during this time, they were friends. You might notice that the letters all look square. That's because she used a template, kind of like my dad, who was an architect. I used a template. That's how she was taught to do her letters. It was a rather long, laborious process. You also may wonder why the lines were straight, and that's because the paper is grooved. I don't know if you can see that or not, but the paper has grooves in it. And so she followed the grooves with the template. The letters are square. It was a laborious process. Obviously, the typewriter was a lot quicker later, too. And she's saying in this letter, this is a letter written when she was around 12 years old. And my dear Mr. Ignagnos, I send you today with many loving wishes for your happiness a little basket of flowers. May the perfume which they breathe fill your heart and make summer in your home. May the sunshine which they gathered when they grew together here in the sunny South smile again upon your birthday with a new, beautiful radiance. Then you will know that your little friend is thinking of you and hoping that the coming years will bring you everything your heart desires. Lovingly, Helen Keller.